Today on Real Rescues, a rowing team abandons a world record attempt when a plane crashes into the sea right in front of their eyes.
Just saw a plane crash. I know, I saw you. I'm amazed you're still alive.
6-year-old Molly leaps into action when her mum falls down the stairs. Molly calls 999, excuses herself off school, then rings Dad.
Are you there on your own with Mummy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what's Mummy doing at the moment?
She's just still on the stairs laying.
And a mum rushes out to find a paramedic tending to her teenage son on the road.
Is this your son, love? He looks okay, okay? He's obviously a bit shocked, and I know you are as well.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Feeling all right?
Hello and welcome to Real Rescues from the new and high-tech ambulance control centre in Hampshire. Let me give you an idea of what they're dealing with. Since midnight, they've had 105 calls. 27 of them have been life-threatening.
We'll be out with the firefighters, the Coast Guard and ambulance service on Real Rescues today. But first, the highly unusual rescue of a pilot who was forced to crash land his light aircraft in the middle of the Irish Sea. By sheer chance, it happened right in front of 4 oarsmen, 3 of whom are here, who were attempting to break the record for rowing around Britain. So, where's the 4th one?
He's not here today. He's off doing other exciting things.
Is he really?
Yeah, not
okay.
rowing, sadly.
What extraordinary things actually happened to you? I mean, what were you up to? You were rowing around Britain to set a rowing record?
We were trying to set the world record, which was previously set in 2005, for actually rowing around Britain.
Yeah.
Completely unsupported, rowing 24 hours a day.
Right. And where did you set off from?
We set off from Dover on the 1st of August.
In fact, I'll tell you what, we can actually have a look at this, shall we? Let's take a look at some tape and you can talk us through it.
11:39. Yeah, that's us.
That's never Dover. Look at the colour of the sea. Fantastic.
That's us starting off there.
Yeah. Very nice.
That's a bit of a family at the start.
Family wishing you a fond farewell.
That's us. It's all nice.
So how far were you rowing a day?
We had to row about 70 miles a day to get the record.
I think we topped 92 miles in one day, which is our record.
Yeah.
That's absolutely extraordinary. Where's that?
That's just off Land's End.
Well, so you're rowing around Land's End, which could be... Look at this. You had fantastic sea.
Well, exactly. Up to then, the sea was really good, but it's as we went round Land's End, obviously up the Irish Sea.
It's a nice little seal that came with
the seal, yeah.
So you're enjoying yourself at this stage? And,
yeah, it was all good fun.
Unbelievable, isn't it? It's like, after only a very short time at sea, already you're sticking a life jacket up your jumper to look like you're a lady.
Very lonely.
All right, so it's all bundling along very nicely at this stage, yes? And you round the end of Land's End, you off into
the Irish Sea.
The Irish Sea. And then the currents sort of take you out into the middle a lot further, is that right?
The general way of the tides will push you over up the Bristol Channel.
Right.
So obviously we've got to compensate that and move further west towards the southern tip of Ireland.
At which point, something a bit strange happened.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. Not what we'd planned for, should we say.
All right, well, let's go into a piece of film which explains it.
Tell us what happened, Will.
I just saw a plane crash and this is the guy.
Guys! Signal rings, like a sort of Cessna thing. And I simply watched it dive, and then it came back up. And then it sort of dipped down, and then just smashed into the water.
It's roughly west and about a mile or 2 away from us. Over.
British Hawkins, Roger. Received that information. Thank you.
So at that stage, I'm struggling with the interesting hat. Who was that?
Yeah, that's my hat. Yeah.
Okay. You thought you saw a plane crash into the sea?
Yeah, I was out on deck and was just looking out into the horizon and just saw this plane flying along.
But you were the only one that saw it?
Yeah, I was the only one that saw it. And then...
And you guys plainly didn't believe it?
We've been awake for 36 hours solid before then, rowing through the Irish Sea, getting absolutely battered by the waves. We were slightly disbelieving.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you rowed like crazy over to get towards... Well, and this is something you don't see every day. Take a look at this. So there's a guy actually stood on a plane.
Looks pretty chill.
Yeah, it's quite surreal.
In the middle of the Irish Sea.
Can you swim towards us?
No, he doesn't need to. Surely.
You're right. I know, I saw you. I saw you. I'm amazed you're still alive. Do you want to come on here? Do you want to come on here?
How many people are on board?
We've sent a mayday as well.
Is it just you? Okay, it's just him.
Guy's still alive. Ollie's about to throw in the throw line.
I hold on to this thing.
You hold on to the bag. Throw the whole bag. All right, throw in the back.
Okay, ready?
Hang on, helicopter. The helicopter's 2 minutes. Should we wait for the helicopter? Get out of the way.
It's all right, it's all right.
So at this stage, you actually done, and you actually made. He thought he'd made a call. We heard him say that, but his didn't get through, did it?
No, we didn't receive it.
So it was your mayday that actually made it through.
Yeah.
Which is why the helicopter's there to pick him up. And this is the most extraordinary footage.
That's not a problem. Always here to help. Thanks very much. Well done to you guys. Out.
Happy days. Save someone's life. Might get his crazy plane back. Not job.
You thought he was talking about a bird that dived into the sea.
How you ever doubt me? It was massive. Oh, right.
What's for dinner?
Hot noodles all round, I say.
Students still on pot noodles. What an amazing job you did, and you actually were responsible for rescuing a man stood on a boat in the middle of the Irish Sea. That's not something anyone's going to be able to say easily.
Yeah, quite something to put on your CV, definitely.
Did you hear? How is he?
He only suffered mild shock and a little cut on his head, and other than that, he was discharged from hospital a few hours later. He was just really, really lucky. Must have been a good landing to land or crash landing into the sea, at least. And
I have to ask you, well, there are several questions. One is, how did you manage to make it around Great Britain?
We didn't. We carried on for a little bit, but we'd already got some problems with the boat anyway, so we had to call a halt to it in Dublin a few days later.
You going to have another go?
Hopefully so. We're kind of looking for a new sponsor at the moment for it, so if anyone wants to sponsor us for it, then it'd be nice. But we're at uni at the moment, so we're concentrating on that for the time being.
Well, nice to see like for you four boys out in the boat and actually pulling off such an amazing rescue. Thank you very much for providing us with the video, which, as I say, is one of the most unusual pieces of film I think we've ever had on here. A guy stood on the top of a plane in the middle of the Irish Sea. This is one of the weirdest things you ever see. And I think you need to reconsider the hat. Just seriously, there's something very strange going on with that hat thing. Smashing, thank you very much for coming in, guys. Really appreciate it. Louise.
What an extraordinary thing to happen. Now, taking emergency calls from people in trouble at sea is usually a job for the Coast Guard, but the call handlers here in this control room have to be prepared for all eventualities on land or water. Jay, are you OK to talk at the moment?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
You had an extraordinary call from a man who'd fallen off a jet ski. What happened?
Well, it was my first day call taking after months of training. Keen to make a difference, as I was. Had a mobile phone call mid-morning from a chap literally in the middle of the sea, no landmarks, on a jet ski, requesting assistance for his friend who'd fallen off of the other jet ski with a back injury.
And I said he had a mobile in one hand and holding on to his friend with the other?
That's right, yeah. He could literally, you're desperate, hoping that he wasn't going to let go of his friend in the sea, and the only landmark we literally had was a passing hovercraft.
So you said to him, what can you see? He said a hovercraft. At that point, you think, well, the sea hovercraft, where could it be?
Well, again, it narrowed it down a little bit. I mean, there's only a few hovercrafts that run on the south coast, and so that narrowed it down sufficiently so we could ask other key locations. However, normally as a call take, you're looking out for things like marker posts on the motorways, you know, nearest pub, post office, etc. We're able to ascertain there are a few other key sea-related landmarks, enough to keep the situation under control.
Quite extraordinary. And what that tells me is you really, really have to think on your feet because you never know what kind of call is coming.
Exactly, and it was a really good first day's grounding, and it literally tells you expect the unexpected, as I did. You know,
and they found him because of you. Jay, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, the Basics emergency doctors are one of the newest arms of the emergency services. Today, we're out on shift with Dr. Paul Rees. He's been called out to an 18-year-old driver who's had a serious crash just a few weeks after passing her test. It's early morning and Dr. Paul Rees has been called to a car accident near Basingstoke. An 18-year-old girl is trapped in one of the cars.
We're not sure what her injuries are. We'd hope to have an ambulance or a rapid response car on scene shortly, so they'll hopefully be able to give us more detail. But for now, it's a case of trying to push our way through the early morning traffic to try and get there.
The police have closed the road where the accidents happened, and the fire service is already preparing to take the car apart to free the young driver. Trainee ambulance technician Ben Alden briefs Paul on her medical history.
She's asthmatic. In the past, she's had a fractured pelvis from a previous RTA. At the moment, blood pressure's 98 over 88, the pulse is 77.
Main injuries?
She's got neck pain.
Okay.
C-spine
So precautionary
pain.
roof and...
But yeah, no neurodeficit, no pins and needles. She's got full movement, her arms and legs, etc.
Okay.
Just upper neck pain.
The other man involved in the accident has no serious injuries, so now everyone is concentrating on Jessica. Once the fire crew have got the roof off the car, Paul can examine her, and then they can lift her free without risking any damage to her neck and spine.
The fire service have cut through all the main bits of the roof. They're about to lift the roof clear and walk it back away from the car. That'll allow myself and the paramedics to get in and have a look at her, and then we'll start inserting a rescue board behind her to get her out of the car. Then we'll put that on one of the ambulance service trolleys, put her in the back of the ambulance, and give her a thorough assessment in the back of the ambulance.
This is a noisy and frightening experience for Jessica, but as soon as the roof is off, Paul can start his examination.
Okay. And you've got some discomfort in the neck, is that right? Neck was a bit sore earlier, okay. Anything anywhere else? Chest, arms, anything like that? Chest is uncomfortable, is it? Take a big deep breath for me. Okay, that's right. Any pain in your tummy at all? No. Hips? Okay, point to where it's sore for me.
He's doing his best to reassure her.
It doesn't look as though you've done yourself any serious damage today, but we'll give you a proper check over. We'll get you out of the car properly so we don't move you around too much, all right?
But when Paul takes a closer look at her chest, there's more cause for concern.
Just going to feel down this middle bit here. Is that tender? Yeah, okay. Can I have a little look? Got a little mark there, haven't you? You had your seatbelt on at the time, yeah? So that's probably caught you a bit. Okay, all right, fine. And just let me have a look up from underneath then, if that's okay. Sorry. Got cold hands on the face. Is that sore just a touch in the middle there? Okay, all right. May have cracked a rib there, okay. That's easily treated, give you some decent pain relief and get you out of the car, all right? So looking at her injuries at the moment, she's got some discomfort in the chest, which could be a rib fracture, could be a sternal fracture. So before we move her, I think it'd be much kinder to just put a little drip in, give her some morphine, get her pain under control. That's it, well done. That's all right.
Jessica was on her way to work when the accident happened. Her mum, who lives nearby, has rushed to the scene and Jessica is desperate to see her.
Your mum's just to my right. She's standing there watching. She's there. No, you can't see her, but I can see her. She's right to my right.
And who's hidden all your veins then?
Paul needs to get a line into Jessica's vein so that morphine can be administered, but it's proving really difficult.
A little one there, that'll do. Okay, so open and close that hand really as much as you can for me. Sharp scratch now, all right? Nice and still for me.
He's done it.
Right, bit of morphine going in now. Okay. So that'll make you feel a bit nice and warm and comfy, nice and relaxed, and take the pain away, okay? All right, jolly good.
The next job is to slide the long board behind Jessica, and this will immobilise her spine.
There's quite a lot of damage to the front of the car. She's got some neck pain, so we've got to take that seriously. And she also has quite a lot of pain in her sternum and her breastbone. And it's not inconceivable she could have fractured that. Very painful injury, can cause some damage to underlying tissues such as bruising of the lungs or bruising of the heart. So that's something we have to take seriously. And when we get her in the back of the ambulance, we'll do a proper assessment, check everything's okay before deciding on which hospital to take her.
Is that okay?
If that's very painful, we can give you a top-up or something. All right, so just say...
It still hurts. Is it worse?
Okay.
Just give it a couple of minutes for some morphine to take proper effect.
Yeah. Let me... Okay, if you give us 2 minutes, guys, we'll give her a touch of ketamine on board as well.
Jessica's in so much pain, Paul decides to give her a much stronger painkiller, ketamine.
Doesn't make you feel a bit weird, okay, a bit woozy.
You might see pink elephants even with this.
Yeah. So don't panic, you're absolutely fine, but it's very, very good at taking away pain. and helping us get you out of the car, OK?
We'll be back with Jessica as the crews attempt to lift her free of the wreckage. Let me tell you about 6-year-old action girl Molly, who knew exactly what to do when her mum fell down the stairs and was knocked unconscious. Molly phoned 999, and as we'll be hearing in a minute, that's not all she did. But first of all, let's hear that call.
My mummy's falling down the stairs.
Mummy's fallen down the stairs, has she?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. And how old are you?
6.
You're 6. You're doing very well, sweetheart. Are you there on your own with Mummy?
Yeah.
OK. All right, what's Mummy doing at the moment?
She's just still on the stairs laying.
She's laying on the stairs, is she? OK.
It's Mummy's neck and arms.
It's Mummy's neck and arms. Is that her talking to you, is it?
Yeah.
OK. How many stairs did she fall down?
All of it.
All of them? OK. And when did Mummy fall down the stairs? How long ago?
Just now.
Just now. OK. And what's your name?
Molly.
Molly. Well, Molly, I'm organising help for you now. You stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
Okay.
Tell Mummy not to move, OK?
Okay. Mummy not to move, okay?
And tell Mummy the help's coming.
Okay. Mummy, the help's coming.
Ask Mummy, is she feeling all right?
Are you feeling all right? She's just sleepy.
She's just sleepy, is she? Did she bang her head then?
Did you bang your head? Yeah.
All right. One more thing, Molly. Is there any pets there? Is there any dogs or anything there?
No.
No. OK then, Molly. All right, Molly. Someone might be knocking on the door at the moment. Have you got glass on your front door?
Yeah.
All right, and you can see someone through, can you?
Yes, the ambulance just pulled up now.
Oh, has it? All right, well, I'm going to stay with you until they're in the house with you, OK, Molly?
I just came in.
All right. You stay on the phone and open the door.
Hello?
All right, can you put that man on the phone for me?
Yeah.
All right, you take care, Molly. Well done.
Well, here she is, Molly, and her mum, Helen. Hello, both to you. Molly, you did brilliantly. Now, how did you know, when your mum fell down the stairs, how did you know that you should call the 999?
Because if your mum fell down the stairs, I just call 999, and my mum told me before, but I couldn't remember. But then I just dialed it.
You suddenly remembered. That's absolutely brilliant. How worried were you about your mum? What did you think was happening to her?
I was quite worried. I thought she was going to be really bad, but she turned out all right.
She did, mostly because of you, I have to say. So just explain to us what happened. It was early morning when this happened, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a usual Monday morning rush, getting ready for school.
I know the feeling.
Molly was downstairs waiting with her coat and her shoes on, just waiting for me to come down. And unfortunately, at the very top of the stairs, I just went from top to bottom, going down every step, and I got wedged at the bottom of the stairs with my neck and my legs against the wall and my neck into the spindles of the banister. Completely knocked out cold, just completely, wasn't aware of anything. A few moments later, I heard Molly telling the ambulance control lady that I was 38 years old. And from there, Molly just sat with me and stroked my cheek.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant.
I kept going in and out of consciousness, and then the ambulance crew turned up and they administered some pain relief.
So when you heard them knocking on the door, Molly, were you quite pleased when they got there?
Yeah, because if they didn't knock on the door, then my mum would be lying there for ages.
You're absolutely right. Now, you didn't just do that, did you? You're also a bit worried because you were meant to be going to school. So what did you do about that?
Well, I went to my next door neighbour.
Yeah.
And they phoned the school up for me and tell them that I won't be in today. And then I had to phone my dad's mobile up.
And you knew your dad's mobile? How did you know his number?
I'm not sure, just off my head.
You were only 6. It's absolutely amazing. And you got this, didn't you? You've been given this prize. You've been given this certificate as well, haven't you, by the St John Ambulance. What was that like when you were given that?
I was quite pleased because it's
in recognition because you were so good at first aid, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Well, well done. Is your mum going to give you a treat because of this? What's she going to do?
She's going to take me to see Hairspray at the theatre.
Fantastic, fantastic. It's lovely to meet you two. I'm going to talk to Julie, who took the call. Thank you very much, Molly.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Julie, you took that call. She did fantastically, didn't she?
Yes, she did. She was an absolute star. Not only was she a credit to her family, but she
Yeah.
was a credit to me as a call taker as well, because she knew exactly where she lived and her telephone number, and she was just amazing.
And what's really striking as well is that actually children need to know, strangely, from quite a young age, don't they, what to do. So which should we be teaching our children?
Well, as long as your children know your full postal home address along with the postcode and their home telephone number.
Postcode is key, isn't it?
Postcode is key, especially with our system. If you put postcode in the system, it'll automatically bring the address up. So that is absolute key.
OK, and the home telephone number as well, because if they actually call from that phone, that you know where the address is.
It populates into our system straight away. But with a mobile phone, if a mobile phone number is all that they have, a postcode.
OK, and also, you asked this question, which sounds quite strange, about animals. Just tell me quickly, why do you ask that question, whether there are any pets?
What happens is, if there's an animal in the house and you've got an acute medical problem going on or a high trauma incident going on, a pet will not know what's going on. As placid as they may be in everyday life, if a stranger walks into the house, our crew's priority is our patients. They will go to the patient. The dog or animal is not going to like this. So just pop the pets away. That's all we ask you to do, just while the patients are being treated.
Pop your pets away and also tell your children how to dial 999.
Exactly.
And the postcode.
And the postcode. Very important.
Fantastic. Nick.
Fascinating, that potential for paramedics and crews, ambulance crews, to be attacked by animals, and it gets worse. I mean, in today's Daily Mail, if you actually go to page 25, I'll show you an article here where vandals aged 6 threaten to shoot 999 crew, as a result of which the crew actually had to stay in the house until, I mean, it sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But also the ambulance was damaged in that. So I asked David Griffiths here to come in, who works on the ambulances, to talk about it. I'm absolutely gobsmacked and astounded that anyone would ever want to attack an ambulance crew, but it does happen.
It does happen. In fact, within the last year, we have an incident where a crew and a RRV motorbike was actually shot at.
Shot at in Portsmouth? I just cannot believe them. Have you been attacked yourself?
I have, several occasions.
But what, by patients or by who?
I've been verbally abused by relatives quite frequently. I've been threatened by relatives, but I have also been attacked by patients. Some I understand, obviously I don't like it, but people with medical conditions.
Some medical conditions can actually make you violent, can't they?
They can,
yeah.
Especially if we're talking about people who have a lack of oxygen to the brain. They become hypoxic. What happens is then they don't know what is actually going on around them. In fact, I was bitten by one of those people, and
but you sort of take that in good spirit, because that's part of the dangers of doing your job. But you actually have people who verbally abuse you and physically attack you because they're what, drunk? Because they're
drunk, drugs, irritated. They don't think we're doing anything. They're worried for their family, and they don't think we're moving fast enough. But everything we do for a reason, and we do it in an order.
And do the ambulance service go after these people?
They do. In fact, one of the people that attacked me, he gave me a bit of a kicking, and he was taken to court. He was prosecuted, he was fined, and he had a suspended sentence. I know of another case at the moment which the trust are
actively.
Actively.
Seriously, I mean, I just cannot believe this. Don't attack the paramedics and the ambulance people. They're there to do you good. I mean, I'm gobsmacked by that. But thank you very much for coming and talking to us about it, David. Thank you. Still to come on Real Rescues, we'll be with the emergency services as they work to free 18-year-old Jessica from a serious car accident. All she wants is a mum.
Your mum's here.
Yeah.
Come in the ambulance. We'll get her in a minute.
And the fire service fight to cool a blazing lorry to avoid the danger of exploding tyres.
Hey, Dee, just watch those tyres.
Now, over the last couple of weeks, Joe Crowley's been with us and going out with various members of the emergency services. Which one is it this time?
I'm out with paramedics this time, but I'm in a rapid response vehicle, often known as RRVs. And the crucial thing about these is they're basically ambulance cars. They're not the kind of big old bus you'd expect to see. They're very fast, and they're used to get to Category A call-outs. Now, in areas around here like Portsmouth and Southampton, there's a lot of Category A's. And Category A's are situations that are life-threatening, and the ambulance service aim to get there within 8 minutes. So they often use these rapid response vehicles.
Why do they get there faster than an ambulance? I don't get it.
Well, they're cleverly used. They're spaced out. They're all on standby positions. And then at the end of the day, these are high-performance cars. They're a bit like the police use on motorways, so they can just drive a lot faster than the normal ambulances. Believe me, I've been in one at full pelt. It is very, very quick. In fact, I was out on a shift with paramedic Ross Smith when he was the first on scene to arrive at a motorbike accident.
Hello, it's a moped versus a car.
Right.
I've got ambulance doctor on duty today. He's in the Portchester area, so if you need anything, just give us a shout.
Oh, yeah, what sort of basics is he?
Yeah, it was Dr. Tomeo.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I know him, yeah, excellent. Have I got any backup with this one on as far as ambulance goes and that?
It's just you at the moment.
Right, OK, I'll give you an update anyway. Thank you.
All right, then.
Cheers, in.
Cheers,
bye. Bye. We can call upon a basics doctor if needed, if the injuries are serious, and an ambulance will be dispatched as soon as. So for the time being, it's just us, and we'll get there and assess and take it from there.
OK, we just arrived at the scene already. You can see there's a moped rider in the road. Ross has now got to assess just how serious it is.
Hello, mate. I want you to keep your head perfectly still. All right. What's your first name? Lloyd. Lloyd? How old are you, Lloyd? 17. OK. You got any pain in your neck at the moment?
It's just it's not my shoulder.
Right, I'm going to have a little feel.
Lloyd, the young rider, is conscious, which makes it a lot easier for Ross to work out how badly he's hurt.
That's fine. How fast do you think you were going?
About 30 miles an hour.
30.
I'm sent to get a blanket to keep up Lloyd's body temperature.
I'm definitely going to need an ambulance. Yeah, good. And we need the police for traffic control. There's cars whizzing around us left, right and centre. So if you can try and chase the police up as soon as, please. But we don't need a basics. Yeah, great. We don't need it. No basics required, but obviously we need an ambulance.
So Ross has just been able to stand down the basics doctor. He's saying we don't need a doctor on the scene. What he needs is backup immediately from an ambulance, but more so, really importantly, police, because the traffic's all around. In fact, here the police come right now. They're just arriving. The police are quickly on scene, and they're not alone. Someone's rung Lloyd's mum at home, and she's rushed to the accident, afraid of what she'll find.
Is this your son, love? He looks OK. OK, he's obviously a bit shocked, and I know you are as well.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah.
Feel all right?
Pride's hurt more than anything.
Worry me to death. I'm going to go over there and wait. Thank you very much.
Yeah, OK. If you just going to stay, we're not going to go anywhere just yet. We'll wait for the ambulance to turn up as well, and we'll give him a good old check over, all right? And we'll take it from there, OK? All right, what I want to do is I'm going to have a little feel down your body, Lloyd, all right? Just get an idea of anywhere that you are injured. You mentioned your knee earlier.
I talked to Lloyd's mum, and hearing that her son doesn't appear to have severe injuries, she feels better. Was it a birthday present, the moped, or...?
No, he ain't himself working for it. What can I do? Can't wrap him up and can't walk, can you, unfortunately?
What we've got going on at the moment, Joe, we haven't got any life-threatening injuries at all. But because of the nature of the accident, where the chap's gone into the back of a car, travelling about 30 miles an hour, we're going to assume that he's got a neck injury or back injury until we can prove otherwise. Sure. It's what we call the mechanism of injury. He's not complaining of neck pain, but we don't take any risks. Sure. We can examine that properly when he gets on the ambulance. Right. All right, fine. Probably if we can get them either in the front or along here, be fine.
Well, the ambulance is just arriving now. It's just pulling up, so it might struggle to get through. There's quite a lot of traffic. And what Ross was just talking about there was the mechanism of injury, which by mechanism of injury, they mean what exactly has happened, what forces have been apparent on the body. One bystander saw this young lad actually go over the handlebars. So to be completely safe at the moment, they're not moving him until they get a proper sort of spinal board and an extra pair of hands on scene, which has just arrived here.
I've had a good old head to toe so far, as he is anyway, with the jacket and the helmet on. No obvious injuries, sort of non-life-threatening, it's GCS 15, but I think just because of the pure nature of what he's done, certainly if we get him on the board and stuff like that, move around out the way, there you go. He's gone over the handlebars of that, travelling about 30 miles an hour after he's hit the car. All I want you to do is to put your hands underneath his leg. One there, underneath, and one underneath there. What we're going to do in a minute, when we say 1, 2, 3, you're going to roll over to this side, OK?
Come on, everybody ready? On 3, 1, 2, 3, roll. And on 3, we're going to roll back. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
That's it. Well done. Right, nice and steady there.
What you've got to do is square you up. Once again, on 3, 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Well done.
Ross was able to get here within just 2 or 3 minutes. He was only a few streets up But this actually only happened 20 minutes ago, and already Lloyd is now on a spinal board and nearly ready to go to hospital.
So your mum, just to give you some reassurance, he appears really well, OK? It's just more precautionary. It looks worse than it is, actually, when we've got all the straps and stuff like that on it. We're just going to take him over to the hospital just really to give him the once-over before he's released home a little bit later. Is that QA? Yeah, it'd be QA, emergency department over at QA.
But what I find really interesting about this is some of the detective work involved. They have to look at the helmet, see where it's scratched, and try and figure out exactly what happened, which part of Lloyd hit the floor and when. And actually, I did say there's scratches all down the front of the helmet, so if he hadn't been wearing a helmet, or even if he'd had the visor open, who knows what sort of injuries he'd have got on his face.
It's hardly a high-speed superbike, but even a mild-mannered moped needs to be treated with respect.
Generally, I think you get a feel for accidents of this nature, especially when you involve mopeds, motorcycles, push bikes, that sort of thing. You know, you always have a sense of dread, really, when you sort of get there, because potentially they're not protected very well.
Yeah.
Luckily, this chap was doing the right thing. He wore the right protective clothing. He had a good helmet, which was quite a new one by all accounts. A good jacket, good gloves.
So important.
Yeah, absolutely right. That protective clothing on motorcycles or any sort of out riding like that is absolutely fundamental in saving lives.
He's very good, isn't he? Got you involved there as well.
Yeah, just a bit, yeah. Very compelling, very commanding. Remember, he was first on scene. You know, he's got to deal with traffic, with a very panicky mother, and he just takes control.
But he also has the ability to make decisions, say, I don't need any of this, you can send that back, because he has the authority.
Absolutely, and that's great for resources. And had it been a diabetic, he might have even been able to deal with it on his own and even stand down the ambulance. In this case, he stood down an emergency doctor.
All right, lovely. Great stuff, Joe. Thank you very much. Louise?
Now, the team here are taking calls all the time about all kinds of medical emergencies and traumatic injuries. They have to assess the calls instantly, so what do they ask? Who better to ask but Kath, who is actually a trainer here. What do you do? The call comes in, let's say the computers aren't working, but you have a similar system on the desk, don't you?
Yeah, if the system fails, the emergency call takers will use this board.
And it's like a list of questions, isn't it? So it starts with?
The phone number and the address that they have to take, and then they'll ask the caller, tell them exactly what's happened, and that's called a chief complaint.
Yeah.
And that's why the caller's phoned.
OK.
They'll ask, you know, how old are they awake, and are they breathing?
OK, and we're just going to pretend that somebody's called in with breathing difficulty, so then you quickly, you've done that bit, you go down to breathing problems, yeah?
And basically the call taker will use active listening, and they'll ask a series of questions. These questions are basically scripted questions, but to ascertain the seriousness of the problem. So once they'll ask the questions like, are they changing colour, are they clammy? Once they have the information they need, they will actually code the incident. So will it be a category A, which is a life-threatening, or does it require a category B call?
OK, so for example, ineffective breathing, pretty simple. That's category A, life-threatening, ambulance straight on the way.
Absolutely. And then they'll go up and give post-dispatch instructions.
Fantastic.
Which will help the caller.
Thank you very much. You explained it brilliantly. Thank you, Kat. Now, a fire's been spotted in a yard near the docks. The firefighters are already on their way, and it turns out to be worse than they were expecting.
It's 5:30 in the morning, and the firefighters of Greenwatch are answering a call to a bonfire. Crew manager Paul Shepherd is in command. On the way to the scene, he gets an update.
I've been informed by control that it could be a car fire. We're just going to go and find out, see what it is. It's that. It's that.
The plumes of dense black smoke billowing into the sky suggest this may be more than a car fire. This is only Paul's second outing as an incident commander.
Lorry fire. It's a bit more serious.
When they get there, it turns out to be a cement lorry that's on fire. Paul quickly realises he's going to need backup.
Did you hear that explosion?
Yes. I'm wondering when it makes pumps too.
I reckon we should.
Paul has called for another fire appliance in case they need more water. The lorry cab is totally consumed by flames, and the fire is spreading along a nearby wooden barrier. As they move the pump in closer, they can see the burning cab is perilously close to another cement lorry parked next to it. Firefighters Adrian Knight and Tim O'Donnell need breathing apparatus on before they get anywhere near the toxic fumes from the fire.
Concentrate on this side, Tim. Concentrate on this side, that one next to it.
Paul wants to save the second lorry from the same fate as the first, and the flames are already licking at its wheels.
Protect that lorry first.
With the tyres burning so ferociously, there's a real danger of them exploding.
AD, just watch those tyres, keep... Tim, you all right there? Keeping them back just because of the pressures in the lorry tyres, they can explode. And we've called for assistance for another pump because we may run out of water and we might need some help.
Tyres burn at such a high temperature, they're notoriously difficult to extinguish, and the water is beginning to run low. Each time the flames seem under control, the tyres keep on flaring up. Just as they run out of water, the second fire engine turns up.
We're going to take the water out of the second appliance that's turned up to try and put that tyre out. They're quite difficult to put out just because of all the compounds in them, but once you've cooled it down, it stops it reigniting. Luckily, it's just the one tyre. If you've got piles and piles of them, that's a nightmare.
They've managed to save the second lorry from going up in flames. The mudguard and tyre had already started to melt. This has been a real success for Paul and his team.
Tyres were obviously a problem because they're burning a lot. The problem with the wheels on cement mixers is they can blow out. They're different to cars. They can blow at 100 psi and cause some very serious damage. And there's spring brake actuators, and there's other problems with those lorries, and cause tremendous injuries. So you've got to keep your distance, especially because there's no persons involved. So sit back, we just hit it slowly, just trying to cool right through it.
And for Paul, the outcome has been particularly sweet.
Yeah, I'm quite chuffed that we managed to save it. It's my first one of this type, so I expect I'll be buying cakes later.
With the fire safely put out, the crew can head back to base for a well-earned breakfast. Tea and cakes, by the sound of it. Now back to that serious accident we saw earlier. Emergency doctor Paul Reese is treating 18-year-old Jessica as the firefighters struggle to free her from the wreckage of her car.
The fire service have taken the roof off, but Jessica has been complaining of a lot of pain in her chest. Everything is in place to lift her clear.
Straight to the board, right? Okay. Can we get the O2 back on the other way around?
1, 2, 3, lift.
She's safely out of the car onto the long board. Meanwhile, Paul updates her anxious mother, Lisa, who arrived to find her daughter trapped in a car.
She's okay, just looks a bit floppy because we've given her some very powerful painkillers, right? Okay. Initially, she was complaining of some pain in the neck, which we do all this routinely if you've got pain in the neck. We don't take risks getting you out of the car sideways and things. And examine her, she's got a bit of a tender chest, so you've got to wonder if she might have cracked her breastbone, okay? And that's a very painful thing. So giving her some morphine and some ketamine, if she's probably not aware of what's going on right now, that's fine, okay? That's how we want it.
And now Jessica is on the trolley, almost ready to be moved into the ambulance. Emergency care practitioner Sue May is just getting the oxygen mask into place.
Got any tape?
Yeah, somewhere. Hang on. No, not in this suit.
Everything's in place, but Jessica keeps calling out for her mum.
Your mum's here.
Yeah.
Come in the ambulance. We'll get her in a minute.
Jess?
Yeah, no, Jess, stop.
It's just the ketamine wearing off.
Jess, we'll get your mum. As soon as we've got you in the ambulance and the doctors have a look at you, your mum can come and say hello. Don't you worry.
She probably has cracked a couple of ribs, in all honesty, so we're just getting her pain under control, and we'll get you in 2 seconds. She's asking after you, so don't go too far, all right?
Now that Jessica's inside the ambulance, Paul can get on with a thorough examination. Sue and Ben have already attached ECG leads to check out her heart. Jessica's very woozy from the drugs she's been given, and she's worrying about her glasses.
Your glasses? I don't know where your glasses are. I suspect they're in the car. I've got your handbag. Oh, phone.
I've got your phone.
Oh, my God.
I didn't find your glasses though. We'll go and have another look for you before we go, all right?
They'll be there somewhere. Don't worry. Your car will be taken somewhere safe. My car is not over. Yeah, well, your car is a bit broken.
Oh dear, yes, okay.
Going to prison? No, you're going to hospital.
Okay.
Would you rather go to prison? No, we'll go to hospital.
Yeah, I think we'll go to hospital. I think
We'll go to hospital.
Much better idea.
Jessica's heart rate and blood pressure are looking okay, so they can now get off to A&E. There's just time for Mum Lisa to quickly comfort her before they head off.
Hi, Mum. Hello. Can't see. No, give her a chance. No, let me get up the steps. She's here. Hello. You all right? No. No. At least she's honest. Look, they're all looking after you. Are you coming with us? Or have you got a car here?
I've got a car. I've got two little babies at home.
Okay.
I'm going to
sort it out and then come to the hospital when you're sorted. That's fine.
Paul follows Jessica just in case of any problems en route.
Gave us some intravenous ketamine, and the effects of that are long gone, actually. It was really to aid us in getting her out of the car, getting her pain under control so we could get her out of the vehicle without causing her any distress. It's a very short-acting drug, and it's probably all worn off. A sternal fracture is a potentially serious injury, so the combination of us having given drugs that the ambulance crews don't give and her injuries make us want to just accompany her to hospital. If there's any problem, they'd pull over, I'd jump in, just leave the car on the roadside.
Jessica's arrived safely at the hospital.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fantastic.
And Paul can leave her in the safe hands of Dr. Alan Wan.
So how is Jessica now? Well, we've been to see Jessica and her mum, and she's recovering well.
I had whiplash. I had a cut across my neck and chest from the seatbelt. I had bruising all around my chest and back and legs, and my breastbone was badly bruised as well.
At first, the accident made Jessica reluctant to get back behind the wheel.
I hadn't been driving very long. I'd only been driving about 3 weeks before I crashed. It was awful getting back into a car. The longer I left it, the harder it would be.
But she's made it back on the road.
Any mother would say the same thing when their teenage daughter starts to drive. It's always going to worry you. But thankfully, she's all right, and that's all that matters.
So there you go. What an extraordinary day. A day of lots of different
Lots
things.
of different things.
I'd like, for example, a plane. Man stood on a plane in the middle of the sea. That's not something you see every day.
No, you never see that.
Can you believe ambulance crews get attacked by people, shot at and things?
Lovely as well. The call takers here say that it's really funny because they put down the call, they don't know what's happened, and today Julie, who took that call from Holly, is seeing her and they're having a little chat.
That's it for today. We'll leave you with that picture, I think. See ya.
Bye-bye.